We are very fortunate to have with us today as our guest of honor, Shri S.P. Krishnamoorthi. Shri Krishnamoorthi entered his professional career as an electrical power engineer in 1961 and subsequently turned a management executive in the international business management and finance positions. He worked for companies in UK, India, USA, Poland, etc. and his business career has taken him to most parts of the world, and he has visited over 60 countries. Before retirement, he was the CEO of Polish Telephone and Microwave Corporation and chairman of the Supervisory Board of Directors of DTS ZWUT in Warsaw, Poland. Shri Krishnamurthy was also president of the India Association of North Texas in 1986. He started Nadopasana about 13 years ago when he realized that girls from India with great accomplishment in Carnatic music and/or Bharatanatyam moved to the USA on getting married to persons living here and found that there was no outlet for them to exhibit their talents. As the Upasana through Nadam and Nrityam are very significant aspects of our pujas based on Kalpa Shastras, the Nadopasana organization serves the needs of the temple and also helps the talented performers settling in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He is affectionately called Mama in our community and enjoys this large circle of nephews and nieces. I would like to invite Shri Krishnamurthy Mama to please come onto the stage and say a few words and accept a token of our appreciation from Dr. Mahadevan Iyer. Thank you.
Om Shri Mahadevan Kamalebhyo Namah. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namah. We belong to a community that takes guidance from Sanatana Dharma. So we should be really called Sanatana Dharmis. Instead, Western historians and anthropologists and so many other professionals started calling us as Hindus. That's a large story for another day. But we are really Sanatana Dharmis, and as Sanatana Dharma followers, we follow what is said in Vedas. What is in Vedas is final. Bhishmacharya, when he was lying on his bed of arrows, awaiting Uttarayanam for his death, which is an auspicious time for the death, he was met by Yudhishthira, that is Dharmaputra, and they had a long conversation. Many people don't know about this, but it is almost as important as Bhagavad Gita. And during this, for one question, Bhishma answered, Shastram Jihat Pramanam. What is said in Shastras is the final determinant. There is no question beyond that. So we have to follow the same. For everything, Shastram decides. If we don't know the Shastram, then we have to learn and accept it as said in the Shastram, then simply think we do by common sense. That's exactly that question. In fact, incidentally, it was the same conversation that gave the world the Shiva Sahasranam. Shiva Sahasranam was given to the world with the word of Lord Krishna. And then a little later in the same conversation comes Vishnu Sahasranam. So all those things took place in that conversation. The Vedas are accompanied by the Shastras, and we follow what is in the Shastras. And what are these various Shastras? One of them, Kalpa Shastra, talks about the pujas. Nyaya Shastra talks about the justice. Nritya Shastra talks about the dance. Sangeeta Shastra talks about the music. Like that, these are different Shastras. Long time ago, these details were written by sages, great sages. Vedas were not written by the God. They were not written by anyone. Vedas are unwritten. They were spoken. The Maharishis, the great Rishis, the sages, the Deva Rishis, the Brahma Rishis, they said many things in different contexts. And all these things were compiled together and given in the form of 4 Vedas, Rigyaja, Sama, Atharvana Vedas, by Veda Vyasa. So the form that we got is because of Veda Vyasa compiling those things. But Bhagavan never talks to us direct. Bhagavan never gives us advice direct. He comes as an avataram and gives this, or Daivam Manushya Rupena. He talks through other people. So these sages, when they talk, we accept it as they are sayings of Bhagavan himself. That's Sangeeta Shastra, and we are now talking about Sangeetam here, and that Sangeeta Shastra is capable of giving us a lot of benefits. We talk about meditation. Meditation and all silent and boring, difficult to concentrate. But listen to the music what we had today. That is meditation. If you listen to it, close your eyes, spend this last 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it was, that would have given you tremendous de-stressing in your body. Music, as students of Santhi proved today, can give you a tremendous peace of mind. And at least for the benefit, physical benefit, we should do that. But to those students, I would say, music is not to be treated merely as music, but as all these songs were today, they are that came through the various very top-notch composers as their bhakti towards the God that they are talking about. Today, I have never heard so many songs on Ganapati one time. Today, it is such a great difference. It's an unbelievable thing because in a few days we have Vinayaka Chaturthi, and in our temple, Mahalakshmi temple in Irving, let me do a little PR. We have 10-day Utsav. For the last 3 years we've been doing it exactly like what goes on in Bombay. We have a 10-day Utsavam, we have a huge Vinayaka, and we immerse it on the 10th day, and those things. So if you are interested, please come and see. There are about 3,000 people coming for this function generally. So be participating in that. Today I would like to say something about the commandments that's in our Vedas. It says, this is for all the students to carefully listen to this. Satyam vada, dharmam chara, and then it says Matru devo bhava, Pitru devo bhava, Acharya devo bhava. That's where I want to stop here. First, Satyam vada. So in your life, for all of you, say what is the truth. Government of India introduced for their own national emblem, Satyameva Jayate. Satyam only prevails. This Satyam, what is Satyam? Valua says one way, even if it is the truth, if it is hurtful to somebody, it is not the truth, Valua says, in tongue. In Sanskrit, in Vedas, they say, Satyam bruyate, priyam bruyate, na bruyat, satyam apriya. You should tell the truth if it is good for the community, if it is beneficial for the community. If it is not beneficial to the community, or if it is not the truth, don't speak. The Vedas are very clear on almost all these points. It's a practical guidance. Dharmam chara. Follow the path of dharma. Your conscience will tell you what is dharma if you don't know the Shastras. Don't go by simple common sense. Common sense can mislead you because your common sense depends upon what is your knowledge today. Then tomorrow when you get more knowledge, your common sense will change. But your conscience is always there, that is as close to Shastras as you can get. But if you know the Shastra, or if somebody knows the Shastra, try to follow the Shastra. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. These three could be coupled together because mother gets this priority not because she bore the child for 9 months and then delivered the baby, but because she is the first guru. She teaches the baby how to survive. Then comes father and therefore Pitru Devo Bhava. But they both come there as the first guru and the second guru. And then we want to treat all our gurus. We want to treat all our gurus. So Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Today, a very important thing for you all, students of this music school, is that who is your Acharya? Santhi Mahadevan. She has been a tremendous Acharya, as I can see. Starting only 5 years ago, in fact I met them when they were here only for a few days in Dallas, Fort Worth. And ever since I have been observing, she appears to be very meek. That is very deceptive. Don't believe that. She is a strong nut to crack. Very tough. And I think some of the students will probably confirm that. I don't know, Santhi, it's nothing against you, but it's just the truth. Today what's the topic? Gam Ganapate Namo Namaha. That's what she has written in the front. I told her, the Vedas don't say Ganapate, they say Ganapataye. It's a Hari Shabdam, Ikarant of Pullingam in Sanskrit will be Ganapataye. So I mentioned it to her. She didn't say anything that day. Then she came back to me and said, Muthuswami Dikshidhar said this, Harikesh Bhagavatar said this, so-and-so said this, so-and-so said this, they all have used Ganapati. You see, in our Vedas, we don't have a right to change one syllable. You cannot add one syllable, you cannot take away one syllable from the Vedas. That is why, after thousands of years, our Vedas remain the same way as they were so many years ago. And Vedas has learned, somebody in Kashmir and somebody in Kanyakumari, they can get together in Kurnool and they will say the same thing in the same swara because it has been passed on a guru to Sishya and therefore the intonation and all has been taken care of. The Vedas, we don't dare touch it. So what she was indicating to me is, can we touch what these great composers have done? An absolutely beautiful question. And I said, yes, we cannot. Because these composers are modern day grammarians. And what they say is absolutely the last thing. We cannot change it. Grammar has to change to accommodate them, but theirs should not be changed to accommodate the grammar. So I said, if that is what they all have done, I never knew that. I had not known that these great composers have used Ganapate, not Ganapate. I learned it from her. And I told her that, and I was very happy about that. Today, from the beginning, I've been noticing that the quality of music is what you will get anywhere else. I am just, the Sapat Raman is one who understands which is the good food and eat it and enjoy it. And that's all I can do. I cannot cook. That's her business, to cook that. But if it's enjoyable, the result is nice, we enjoy, we say thanks. At the end, I will do that. So today, all these students, I think you all owe it to them to give them a very big applause. A few days ago, Santhi was talking to me and said she would like to experiment with a different type for Nadopasana. And she said about Guruvayurappan, she wants to do the program and let it be story mixed with music. Little like Harikatha, but lot more music than in Harikatha. I was very receptive to that and was very happy, and I immediately requested her to proceed with the plan. On the day when she gave the Guruvayurappan program, in the middle of it, there was not a single pair of eyes that were not wet. She moved the entire audience. There was one person, a professor of pediatrics, who is a strong scholar in Bhagavatam, who is from Kerala, who knows about Guruvayurappan, who has translated Jnanapana in English. He was sitting down there and he told me that she made Unni Krishna come and dance, walk in front of them and play a flute in front of them. That's what she made. So, the girls and guys, let me tell you something. You do not choose your parents, you do not choose your relatives, but you can choose your friends and gurus. You happen to choose, or your parents chose, and absolutely the best that you can expect here. See, Vidya Dadati Vinayam, it says, she is a living example of that. The erudite scholarship that she gets, the more she gets, the more unassuming she is. And everybody will think that she is just one of those also-ran cases. But she is here as a splendid, exemplary teacher. And I am sure many of you students will become like her. And that is what the teacher's greatest achievement is. The teacher takes them through to the maximum, push them a little bit more and make them in the Olympics. That's what this teacher will do, and I'm sure all these people should be very happy to be working with her, and I want to congratulate you all because it is a great fortune that you are in this school. Somebody mentioned about this Karnataka music and this DFW, and I have to make a comment about it before I close. In 1976, Sundari Mami, she is no more. She was the violinist. She had played for some top musicians in India. She, her daughter Chandra Krishnamoorthi, and Venkat Devarajan, and Sridhar. This was our Carnatic group. That for the entire DFW, these four people. We'll probably hear a couple of songs here and there, and maybe we'll arrange one performance the whole year. 3 years later, maybe 4 years, Lalita Seshadri came from India and gave a performance. That was the start of getting 2 or 3 performances in a year for a few years. In 1986, we probably had 5-6 concerts. Now, people are saying, "Oh, I have to go to that one, I have to go to this one, I have to go to this one, I cannot come here." I am thrilled at the way this has grown. And who is the cause? The teachers who have decided to start the class. For dance, it was Revati Satyu. She had to drive 80 miles each way to teach 5 students or 6 students. But she did it every week. Now there are 100 teachers probably. She has done Arangetam for probably a couple of hundred students. The standard of these people, they are all comparable to what they get in India. And in some cases, I am certain, I don't know, but I am intuitively certain that these people definitely will be able to beat their contemporaries in India. Some of these competitions that take place in the TV and all that, you can see that some of these people are giving fantastic performances. That is due to 2 things. The parents who drive the children, don't overdrive them, please. But when you do that, when you are trying to take them to the right teachers and drive them 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles every weekend, morning first thing, second thing, third thing, I know all these schedules. And they go through this. Without that kind of an effort from the parents, it will not be possible for the students to achieve this status. But without those teachers, where will they take them to? So these teachers and the parents and the students, this is the 3 legs of a triangular cake. And I'll tell you, all the 3 are doing very nicely. We can congratulate our community, and I'm very pleased that DFW is seeing the growth of Carnatic music, because Carnatic music is part of our pujas. It says in the Upacharas, Chatra, Chamara, Nritya, Vadya, Kirtan. There are 16 Upacharas. After the 2 types of fans, Chatram and Chamaram, we have Nityam, Vadyam, Geetam. We have to offer this to God on every puja. That's in Kalpashastra. And when we get these people to come and perform in the temple, I feel so happy, because they are performing what should be performed in the temple, which is not otherwise performed. That's number 1. Number 2, this gives an opportunity for these little ones to think of God and associate with music, because they may not understand all the lyrics. Today's lyrics, Santhi chose fantastic music today. I can take this meaning of all these songs and take it for a convention on Hindu philosophy. Everything was there today. But unfortunately, all these students may not be able to understand all of them because of the language problems and all. But as they grow up, they probably will. But she should inculcate in them this feeling that Sangeetam is first bhakti. Because Nada Upasana, that Nadam started with Om. That is Pranavam. So Santhi named the school Pranavam because Nadam started with that Om, that Pranavam. What an appropriate name. It's a fantastic thing. Now for all of you, I would say, if you do not show the bhavam, your music is dead. The music just for music is no good. Tyagaraja said, Sangeeta Jnanamu Bhakti Vina. So please think of it when you are singing about Vinayaka, you think in your mind you are asking for his blessings all the time. Let your mouth sing, but let your mind contemplate on that Almighty who will bless you with everything that you need in this life. Thank you very much. Oh, wait a minute. I have to say something here. May I add this, please? Santhi and Mahadevan, you know these advertisements made for each other, husband and wife? That kind of thing. These guys, they were so close. And you see, you only pay for Shanti services. You pay for one, but you buy the second for free. Think of that too. And this couple, they only came here 5 years ago, but they have made the effect on this community like they have been living here more than I have been, because I would not make that kind of impact on this community like they could. I'm ready to quit.